This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. Denim jackets are back.
Ooh.
And they're better than ever. Picture me in a jacket that is jean.
Mm-hmm.
That is where we're at in 2025. Previously, jeans were just jeans and jackets were made of leather. But now, it's time for that denim, baby.
Are we saying this because Kendrick Lamar got his Grammy in a Canadian tuxedo?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he walked. He was wearing the denim jacket with the denims on, and he walked up and he won, I think, best record and best song.
He won best.
Yeah, yes, and best dressed too. You know,
And best dressed.
to like win a Grammy for dissing a Canadian and wearing a Canadian tuxedo to accept it. That's next level.
That's godlike.
Oh yeah.
I'm of course joined by Ify Nwadiwe. Ify, welcome to Perfect Person.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God. And obviously you know Ify from pretty much every single pocket of the internet. Dropout Smosh, BuzzFeed Blue, fucking Rooster Teeth, and then probably a dozen other ones that I'm not listing right this second.
Yeah.
But Ify, it's such a pleasure to have you here.
It looks so happy to be here. You know, it's been very fun bouncing around the net, but you know, it's fun to have a home. You know, making Dropout my home, hosting. It feels good to be there. It was wild that BuzzFeed Blue, because we turned Blue into BuzzFeed Multiplayer. So
yes, I left. So I was at BuzzFeed in 2017.
Oh wow!
And then I left. I was like doing a fellowship. So I did the fellowship, then I did the senior fellowship, and I worked with Zach Stachinsky and like a bunch of those people and Kelsey and PHK and whatever. And then I left, and then I feel like you came right afterwards, maybe.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Zach, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Ify's over here," but then Ify like went to Smosh also.
Yeah, I was over there for a bit, and then it really was like a quick run, because like I was there. I feel like August into October, and then by the like beginning of the new year, I left to go write for a show called Wizard School Dropout that Sandeep Parikh did.
Oh hell yeah!
Still keeping it in the internet, but it was for a platform called Echo, which BuzzFeed was using at the time too. Do you remember anything about Echo?
I don't at all. What is Echo?
Echo, spelled EKO, was a platform that blew up after Bandersnatch did, because it was a choose your own adventure digital media platform. And there was a bidding war after Bandersnatch, and Walmart won. And we had to do like Walmart product placement in it. And it was really cool. But I do think it was an uphill battle, because, you have the gimmick. And I think the most probably marketable part of that
Markipliable
part of it might have been the technology more than the platform itself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like Walmart bought it and realized that they don't make shows.
They don't need that. By the way, as you were talking, I was realizing that most of the words you just said could have been totally made up on the spot. You were like, well, it was at Plingo, and then we made Doinkus. Doinkus got sold to Boivo.
Yeah, that's exactly what every like micro streamer is, right?
Yeah.
When it was like, oh yeah, when what was CISO?
CISO, shout out CISO, Crackle.
Oh yeah, all of those.
Tubi
made Tubi. But Tubi's still rocking.
Tubi's still crushing.
Tubi's still rocking, and Tubi is holding out strong.
What was the
Freevee got ate by Amazon? Which I think everyone was like, yeah, because Amazon already has like a media platform, and I get what they were doing, because Tubi is owned, I think, by one of the major networks too.
Yeah,
I forget which one, but like since it is like these are all the free, like you can watch stuff for free. They separated it.
Yeah, well, Freevee always was like, I don't want, like, I was watching something on Amazon. I'm like, I pay for Amazon. Why am I seeing ads also? Like,
put it behind a paywall.
Yeah,
it really should take the like foundation of Freevee and make that like Amazon streamer, where you just have free things with ads, and then you can pay for Amazon Plus, especially since you're already making more money than God. Unfortunately, what happened is that people, these billionaires have gotten more obsessed with money than innovation. They have been like, how do we make more money when we break the rules?
Yeah.
And it changed from how do we do cool things to make more money?
Right.
And so that's why I think things are getting worse and worse.
Yeah, right. They were like, what if we upended the regular TV by doing it without ads on a subscription network? And then they're like, what if we didn't do that?
Yeah.
We instead did the old thing. It's going to become radio at some point.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the podcast takeover is next. So
That's right.
Looking forward to our big deals. But it really just upended the process, because I think the systems of checks and balances isn't just for the government, but I also think for creation of media.
Yeah. I mean, it's really a hellscape out there, but we appreciate people watching this show.
Yes.
And by the way, if people may know you from all over the internet, but what makes you perfect to be on the show today to be able to answer these people's questions?
Oh, I feel like it's just my need to yap and my certifiably just like human nature and tapping in and being a conversationalist and meeting a bunch of people on the road doing comedy and bits and gags. You can hit that button. I know you want.
Well, I was gonna hit this one.
You talking to me, Willis? Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
I am talking to you.
Thank you. That's friend of the show, Will Whitwer, not the original arbiter of the quote.
Oh, man. I got excited. I was like, damn.
That would be crazy.
Had a seance. And
Ify, we have to get to these calls, but before we do, we have to do the perfect person speed round to properly calibrate your advice to make sure that we're going in there as a duo, as a freaking iconic Crime Stopper duo.
Oh, right.
But instead of crime, we're stopping people from making mistakes. So I'm going to give you a list of things, and I need you to answer as fast as possible because this is the speed round.
Okay.
Here we go. Starting with, of course, perfect meal.
Oh, I think it's going to be a nice steak, really whipped mashed potatoes, and any type of veggie to go with that.
Oh, love a steak. Perfect D&D 5e spell.
Oh, I think Smite. Smite feels good and it works well.
Perfect Dragon Ball Z character.
Oh, that's going to be Goku. People doubt him. People say he's a bad dad, but you can't be a dad if the world's destroyed.
People say he's a bad dad?
Yeah, because he, died and Piccolo was basically raising Gohan and he's always trying to train.
That's a good point.
I feel like that argument, like there was a whole chunk of time where he was raising Gohan at the beginning of DBZ before it.
Absolutely.
And then ever since then, there's been a new alien trying to destroy the Earth. So why wouldn't... by alien number 3, you'd be like, I just gotta stay training.
Yeah,
but no, people are like, no, you need to play catch. Yeah, well, I guess we'll all play catch in heaven when the world's destroyed because I didn't train hard.
That's right. Also, Gohan really fell off. You know what I mean? He was the most powerful little kid ever.
It was so clear that they were ready to let him take the mantle, and then at the last second, it was like, nah, Goku's sticking around.
Perfect coffee order.
Oh man, that's going to be I think a simple black coffee with really good beans. I like like Honduran or Ethiopian.
Oh hell yeah! Perfect outfit.
Perfect outfit. I think something that's comfy but a little sexy.
Ooh, a little sexy. In that it sort of it shows the curves of your.
Yeah, like you should be comfortable to wear, but it should get the blood racing. So like if you were like a femme, like baggy, sweaty, but you get the whale tail from the like thong.
Hell yeah.
Where you're like, I know you're comfy, but also you're letting me see a little something.
Perfect way to quit your toxic job, but be invited to the holiday party.
Ooh, leave a very nice like going away letter and talk up like how excited you are. Like even though you're gone, you're excited to bring this a great gifts to everyone because you've already planned it out. And then your gifts is the kind of like read that you have on every coworker you had when they open the box. And the ones you like get gifts, the ones you didn't gets read. And then you're already at the company holiday
That's
party.
right. You've already been invited because they're excited about the gifts.
Yeah.
Perfect celebrity.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna say Idris Elba for now.
Dude.
He raps. He's a DJ.
He's so
very
good.
handsome, and he seems like a fun guy.
You watch that show Hijack?
No, I don't.
It's good. Oh, it's Idris Elba at his peak.
Then I'm in.
It's all Idris all day. Perfect toothbrush.
Ooh, I really like my Oral-B spin top automatic brush, and it connects to an app on your phone that shows.
Why?
Because it shows you a diagram of your teeth and see if you've been on each tooth long enough.
It maps your teeth?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Teeth mapping. That's
wow,
where we're
that's
at.
crazy. Perfect song.
Perfect song. Oh, man. I want to say Feel Good Inc. I always feel
That is a good song.
Yeah.
That's a classic. Perfect drink to order for someone you're crushing on.
Ooh, I think a tiki drink. So I would say like a painkiller, something sweet, but there's a little kind of like spice to it.
I love a painkiller. Perfect car.
Oh man, I have lots of thoughts of this. I'm gonna say right now I'm a Subaru WRX 2014 or earlier.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say 1993 Volvo station wagon, candy apple red. And finally, perfect place to sit and contemplate your existence.
I like doing that either at the top of a mountain that I've hiked or on the lift chair when I'm there by myself when I'm snowboarding.
Oh, that's really nice. I was going to say the rain. Oh, there we go. Got to kick the light on. The rain really got me sort of thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, looking out my window, plip, plop, plip, plip, plop, plop, plip, plop, plop. Loved the rain recently.
Thinking about Dido.
Thinking about Dido?
Yeah.
Oh, Dido.
Tears all cold, I wonder why, without a care at all.
Well, Ify, we've got to get to the phone calls, but before we do, it's important for people to know that if they like the show, they should rate, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram so they can call in and get their problems featured on an episode. And if they love the show, then they can join our Patreon, where we can give them ad-free extended episodes of every single episode, including this one, where we waxed and got weird with it before the show even started.
Yeah.
As well as bonus episodes every single Friday where I call back people from the show. I get their updates. We do twists on the format. We got live episodes on there. All the juicy stuff that if you like this, then you're going to like that.
That's what it's all about.
That's exactly what it's all about. But Ify, are you ready to answer the call?
Yeah.
When it comes to grocery shopping, meal planning, and getting the healthy ingredients you need to eat the thing that is good, I have difficulty because obviously I'm a daddy, I'm a business owner, and everyone is so busy that we need to make sure that we put food in our bellies. But everything has changed thanks to Hungry Root. It's the easiest way to eat healthy. Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped into one. They take care of the weekly grocery shopping, recommending healthy groceries and meals tailored to your taste, nutrition preferences, and health goals. And maybe my favorite feature, Hungry Root also has healthy groceries like smoothies, kid snacks, sweets, ready-to-eat meals, salad kits, and even supplements. They sent me a bunch of charcuterie, little like snack packs, and that is the way to my heart. And you already know that I'm on that freaking chicken cilantro rice bowl train, as well as the creamy chicken and red pepper pasta. And kind of the nice thing is they send you a bunch of ingredients, so we're able to like make the recipes and then also like make little twists on the recipes or have leftover ingredients for other stuff that we made throughout the week. So it was extremely helpful. You're gonna love Hungry Root as much as I do. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/perfectperson and use the code perfectperson. That's hungryroot.com/perfectperson, code perfectperson to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/perfectperson, code perfectperson. The start of the new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. But unfortunately, it's extremely difficult when you have a million subscription services that you forgot about that are charging you, and they won't even freaking tell you about it, man. They're trying to be sneaky with it. But thanks to Rocket Money, my goals feel achievable. They show me all my subscriptions right in one place and help me easily cancel the ones that I forgot that I've been paying for. The first time I used Rocket Money, I saved the cost of Rocket Money because it said, hey, by the way, Miles, you forgot about these subscription services, babe. And that was a huge help in me saving cash. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and help you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. See all your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going for ones you don't want anymore. Rocket Money can help you cancel them. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate it for you. They'll deal with customer service so you don't have to, okay? No more hold times. Get Rocket Money to do the dang thing. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/perfectperson today. That's rocketmoney.com/perfectperson. rocketmoney.com/perfectperson.
Miles, how do I tell my neighbor who is 72 years old that I've caught him watching porn on his TV through the window? I don't think he knows I can see it, but I absolutely can. And now I have to see him all the time. We have Christmas dinners together. It's really awkward. What do I do? It's awful. Okay, bye.
Porn on the TV, sort of a classic. Sort of an older, you're as big as possible. And maybe we honestly need to give him the tools he needs. We need to buy him a new TV, but we're going to need to find out more details.
Yeah, I definitely want more details.
We're going to need to find out, what was he watching?
Yes.
How long did she watch through the window?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Hello, you called Perfect Person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Ify Nwadiwe, and we are here to help you help your neighbor.
Oh my God.
Howdy. Ify, can I please have a fake name for this person?
Oh yeah, let's do Olivia.
Olivia. Oh, what a beautiful name. Yeah. Olivia, why don't you tell us about your problem and tell us about your neighbor?
All right. So I want to preface, this is newly my ex-neighbor, but we still see each other a lot.
Okay.
Ooh.
But my neighbor, one night I was up, and you can understand this, Miles. I was feeding my child.
Sure.
She was a newborn. It was like 3:30 in the morning. I'm just rocking her. And then I look across the way. I'm like, oh my God, they're still watching TV. Like, how are they still awake? And I go up to the window and I open up the blinds. And there it was.
I see.
An ass right there on the TV. And here's the weird part about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like full porn at first.
Sorry, it was like the warm up of
yeah.
Sorry,
it wasn't
porn.
Like they weren't
at
there
first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Okay,
it was kind of like one of those, like, I'm giving a massage, but like, oops, I'm touching your butt, like that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Sure, got it.
And
it was the "oops, I'm touching your butt" genre.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay. And by the way, how close are your windows? Do you live in an apartment building, or is it two houses and your windows are really close?
Oh, I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I live in Mississippi. I can say that. I don't think my 75-year-old neighbor is going to listen to this podcast. But I live in Mississippi, and I'm not joking. This house, I was renting this house, and he owned the one next to us.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. It's like 20 feet from each other. Like very, very close. Very I look out my window that's next to my front door, and it's his window that goes straight. It's like above their sink where the window is. It goes straight out to their TV, like his leather little, this is so gross, his leather recliner, like it's right there on the TV. And the reason that we watch it all the time, or that I knew that they like have their TV on most of the time, is because they're always watching Fox News. Like, womp womp. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, whatever. Yeah. And then this time, like, there's no way he's up watching Fox News. There's no way.
Yeah.
And no, in fact, he was not watching Fox News. He was watching
Ass News. My favorite show. So, got it. So you witnessed, and how long, by the way, were you watching porn? Because obviously you said that he was watching porn in his house, but I want to clarify that you also were actually watching porn because you were standing at your window. You were peeping.
Yeah.
So at first I was just absolutely stunned for the first probably like 30 seconds. And I was like, no. I have a video of this, actually. I pull it out and I start recording because I didn't think anyone would believe me. I was like, there's no way that he's watching this. And I'm like, yeah, that's porn. That's porn, or porn adjacent. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get away with it. Yeah. Like one of those things is like, oh, it was just a massage tutorial. Like, no way. That's not what it was.
So was there nudity, or was...
Yes.
There was.
Yeah, it was full ass.
Oh, so
full ass.
So bare ass, but nothing more than that? Did you see some boobs?
Oh, there were boobs. It was boobs, ass, massage guy.
Okay.
That's porn.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's porn. Now, so there's boobs, there's ass, and that's porn. Now, talk to me about the neighbor, and then your, because I'm imagining that he has no fucking idea that you could have seen through his window.
No. But here's the thing. Okay, this guy, there's such a big backstory here. So this dude, he does have a wife, okay? And she is a really sweet old lady, and she absolutely loves me and my family. She loves me and my daughter. But we've talked before about how she could see me through their window and like sitting on our front porch. And she's like, oh, I saw you rocking your daughter. Like, it was the cutest thing ever. And I'm like, oh yeah, she was having a fussy night, whatever. And then he like has porn on the TV. I'm like, he has to know I can see it, but he doesn't think I'm awake at 3:30.
Yes.
Then I'm like, someone's got to teach this man how to use a phone. And then it gets so much worse because they call me over there a couple months later and they want me to help them set up their iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good though. To me, this is good because then he'll be on the iPad.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
Then he's going to have a personal device.
She's like, have a seat. And she points at the leather recliner. And I'm like,
yeah, you don't.
I'm okay. I'm going to stand. And so I set the iPad up and I like secretly handed it to him and was like, you can use this for anything. Anything.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
I think you're the weird one.
Yeah. I think in his vibe, he's like, I think
she's hitting on me.
Yeah. Use it for anything.
Ify, you had a question.
It was just this one instance where you caught him watching porn. Oh, so this is regular.
It happened 3 times while we lived in that home.
Okay.
And then the person who rented the house after us, again, I live in Mississippi. Everybody knows everybody. Mm-hmm. It was my brother's friend from high school who rented the house.
Yeah.
He calls my brother one morning. He's like, bro, your freaking crazy friend neighbor guy was watching straight porn on his TV. And my brother was like, oh my God, my sister wasn't lying.
Oh,
so he calls me and he's like, he saw porn. So I call him and he's like, yeah, it was straight porn. I said, was it like ass stuff? And he's like, yeah, they were like on this massage table. And I'm like, brother knows what he's
got to get a new video.
Yeah, we got to, if anything, give me his number so I can give him some suggestions.
Some hot tips.
Oh my God.
My big question here, I got another question.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, so in Mississippi, this city, do they have an ordinance against curtains and blinds? Like, do y'all just, because they're seeing into your house, you're seeing into their house, what's going on?
Everyone's peeping.
There freaking should be, but I'm telling you, it's such a close vicinity. And then it gets so much worse because I think they know and they were trying to like fix the problem. We see them pretty frequently because they don't have any kids. My mom feels bad for them. So we invite them to like Christmas Eve dinner with the family.
Yeah.
And they like, we see them a good bit. And then one night we went over there, she wanted to make dinner for us. And so we go and I'm helping and I'm being super sweet. And I'm like washing the dishes. Again, this window is right above the sink. So you know how you can put like a film over a window?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they did that for the inside of the window. Like it's just a reflection now. Like it's like a little film of like kind of mirror paper stuff. I don't know how to explain it.
So you can see in, but they can't see out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it backwards.
My solution for you, by the way, so it's, by the way, love that they did a two-way mirror backwards in their own house.
Yeah.
We have an issue sort of in our own home where we have a giant window, right? Our bedroom is at the front of the house, which like faces the street. And we have a giant window that we can never have open because it's like our bed is right here, big window, the street's right there. So we have curtains there all the time. It's like, what a useless waste of a window. But my solution for you, and I'm curious, Ify, what you think about this, I think that you should get the neighbor to go, oh man, well, okay, here it requires a little bit of pre-thought. Wait till Grandpappy is watching a movie. Like, wait till he's watching fucking, Top Gun Maverick. And then have the neighbor bring it up, be like, hey, I noticed you were watching a really cool, like, fighter pilot movie. What was that movie you were watching yesterday?
Okay.
So then he's like, okay, now I'm aware that he didn't see me watching my awesome butt massage thing. Yeah. But he did see me watching Top Gun Maverick. And therefore now logically Grandpappy may have to make some changes. Also, you should be, the two-way mirror thing is so funny.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so I told the people who currently live there.
Yeah.
I'm like, guess what? I was like, can you still kind of see through the window? Because I like my parents live across the street from these people too. Again, small town. So I did text the people who live there. I was like, can you still see through the window? And they're like, yeah, 100%. They're watching Fox News right now. I'm like, okay, they tried to fix it and they failed because it's just a mirror when you're washing the dishes. You're just looking at yourself. So they must think that you can no longer see through there. So you're saying I need to call them and be like, just wait till something normal's on the TV. And then if you see him out at the mailbox, like, hey, that was cool. Okay.
I think that you need to tell them and also be like, oh, it's so funny. You can see your, like, next time you're over at their house, I think I think that maybe Grandpappy tried to put it the other way.
Yeah.
He tried to do the opposite, but he failed. He was like, now no one can see me. I can do anything.
Yeah, it's time to go to Big Butt Massage Parlor number 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. Well, the bad part about it is that, of course, I told everyone. I told all my family. I told everybody.
Jesus.
And now when we see him, it's just like, oh, yeah, you watch butt porn on your flat screen TV. Like,
you don't want to
use the iPad.
I really don't want to be on Grandpappy's side with how much Fox News he's watching.
Yeah, agreed.
But I don't think the problem is the watching the video. I think the problem is the public display of it.
Yeah, right.
You know,
I don't want to kink shame Grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, he can watch as much butt porn. It's his right as an American to watch as much butt porn as he wants.
Yeah, that's what they're saying on Fox News.
That's exactly right. So
that's why I told him you can use this for anything.
Well, he was thinking, oh, she was saying you can use it to call me and have phone sex or something. A man watching that much Fox News and butt massage is delusional and horny.
100%.
And you said that to him.
Absolutely,
so just know.
And it's just bad. And now it's gotten so bad that my brother, this past Christmas, my mom was like, hey, we're going to invite them over. And he like made the excuse, like he went to his girlfriend's house instead because he's like, I can't be around him. He's so creepy and weird. I can't think of anything other than like ass. I'm like, okay.
Sorry. I think your brother needs to relax.
Yeah. You see this old man and you can't think of nothing other than ass.
I want you to say, I'm going to say this for the record. If you see an old man, he's watching butt porn.
Yeah.
You just because if a tree falls in the forest and he's not watching butt porn, it doesn't make a sound.
Also, the porn that this old man is watching is probably much tamer than your brother's. Your brother's watching.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's what I told him. I was like, okay, give me your phone right now.
Relax, bro. But yeah, I think you gotta. I think to fix this problem, you gotta let the neighbors know that that's probably the solution, and also to tell next time you're there, be like, "Oh, it's so funny. You can see yourself in here, but you can see in outside."
Yeah,
and then maybe Nana is gonna be like, "Oh, what?" I mean, I love that you've crafted a world where Nana was like, I want to protect my husband's right to watch butt porn.
I don't need
so I'm gonna put up this secret little privacy window. But I think that's gotta fix your solution. And you know, he's old. You know, let him
let him crank it. Who cares? Like,
you didn't see
I just don't want him to be caught by the wrong person because there's a little child who lives in the house now,
of course.
and I don't want them to see it. I don't know.
He should be closing. It's absolutely his.
He definitely should. Yeah, he should be doing this privately. We shouldn't see oiled up butts through the window.
Okay, yes, that's what it was. They were like pouring oil on her butt and letting it like drip down.
Said it was a massage.
You said it was a massage. Oily butts. Man.
Yeah. You know, he's walking down a dark path. You know, next thing you know, he's going to be on milking stations, and that's going to be weird. That's going to be weird to have on the TV screen right there.
He's got that's iPad only. That's he's got to transition to the iPad. But thank you so much, Olivia, for calling us in, and best of luck. And please give me an update on the Patreon if you have any updates to the situation.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I will. And I just want to say thank you so much. I watch your podcast every time it comes out. I'm a Patreon girly.
So thank you so much.
I try to listen every time, every Wednesday. And yeah, congrats on your second little babe.
Oh, thank you very much.
Exciting.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. We're super psyched. And thank you so much. And you have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Y'all too.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. It also
Yeah.
sounded like she was a peeping Tom.
Yeah. I know you were having a little bit too much fun, Olivia. Olivia, you were
That's right.
you were checking in a lot.
She's like, what? I have my eyes peeped up right to his window, and he's watching butt porn inside.
Yeah. That's probably why they put it up. It's like, look, if Olivia wants to watch the butt porn, she has to pay the OnlyFans fee that I paid.
We should
She can't get it for free.
We should have just honestly been like, hey, Olivia, it's okay if you want to watch the massage
Yeah.
video. That's totally fine.
Yeah, go ahead and post that video on the Patreon, Olivia. Let's see what he was looking at.
All right, Ify. Well, we've got to hop to another call
All
here.
right.
Hey, Miles. My coffee barista keeps, quote unquote, upgrading my drink order. And it's a drink order that I don't want. And I just want the drink that I'm ordering. Please call me back so I can figure this out. Thank you.
I love that so much to be like, hey, don't worry. I got you.
Yeah, which I'm glad, we call back because all these are great, but I do have so many follow-ups because I'm like, if he upgrades it, what is he doing to make it not what you want? That means it seems like it's less of an upgrade and more of a customization, which that is a wild thing to do on your own.
Yeah. I mean, I love the idea too of him being like, trust me, you're going to love it. Like if somebody did that and I was like, oh, I hate that. I don't think I would send it back because I'd be like,
oh no, I'm very good at being like, oh, this is cool. Not really my vibe. Can you give me what I want? Give me what I
please have what I want. All right, let's give this person a call back to find out what drink was moved. Hello, you called perfect person. I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Ify Nwadiwe.
No way. Oh my God.
Hello.
Holy crap.
Hello.
I need to find somewhere private.
Oh, okay. We're going to the private zone.
Private zone.
Wow.
Ify, can I please have a fake name for this person?
Oh, let's go with Sharonda.
Sharonda. Oh, beautiful name. Sharonda.
Perfect.
Sharonda, why don't you tell us about your situation, what you order and what you receive? Also, tell me about the vibe of your coffee shop. Are you a regular at this place? Like, what's it like?
So I am a regular. It's attached to my work building. So
nice.
I'm like pals with a bunch of them at this point. And so that's kind of why they're upgrading my order. I'm a very basic person. I like just a plain coffee with almond milk, and that's what I order. That's all I want.
That's so funny.
Yeah, what's this upgrade? I'm ready to hear it now.
So, because what happened was one day they asked me why I don't get anything else, or one person specifically. And I was just like, I just like my coffee used like, how about a latte? And I was like, well, like, I don't typically get lattes because like it's a lot of milk and it makes my stomach hurt because I'm lactose intolerant, hence the almond milk situation. And he was like, I make a really good almond milk latte. Like, let me do that. Ups the drink size to be the like largest size and makes me an almond milk latte. And I'm like, cool, thanks. It's a lot of almond milk. It's so much almond milk.
Much, by the
also
way.
wild because I feel like oat has become the new standard for alt milk.
Yeah,
almond milk is such a wild pick.
It's almond milk is like it's such a oat milk. I think is good because it barely tastes like anything. It just tastes like cream, kind of fat, and I like that. Almond milk is like you gotta like almond milk. You gotta really be into almond milk.
Right, and I usually only get like a splash, so it's really just to make my coffee not black.
By the way,
really it.
A splash to an almond milk latte, and you said he gives you the largest size. That's one espresso shot and just mostly fucking milk.
That is literally the opposite of what you're trying to order.
You order a lot of coffee, a little bit of milk. He's giving you a lot of milk, a little bit of coffee.
He's giving me so much. It's very sweet. They always write like really cute things on my cup, like, you're a star. Thanks for coming. Like, I don't know, just cute stuff. But like, they don't upgrade it every time, but he does it like at least once a week, and it low key ruins my morning.
How many times? How many times does he think he's done this? And also, if it's only one bad actor who's sort of the villain. Now, if he can have a fake name for this barista.
Oh, yeah. We'll go with Frank.
Frank. Okay. Now, when you see Frank is trying to do a kind thing for you. And what is your confrontation style? Like,
Yeah. I was gonna ask. That's so funny. We are synced up. I was like, do you want to lie? I can give you a lie, or we can talk about how to be upfront.
Yeah, don't you fucking move, you fucking shove him.
If you put a fucking drop of almond milk in this, we're gonna have problems.
I'll kill you.
Upgrade it and add more coffee.
That's right.
Don't add more milk.
Put the money in the fucking register in the bag. I
Oh
swear to
my
God.
God. I would like to say that my style is like, I'm very kind. Like literally I walk in and sometimes like 3 of them at once will like shout my name like, hi. And I'm like, hey. So like, they're all really sweet to me. But yeah, it's like this one guy specifically because I'm attached. The buildings are the same. I like put on fun events for my building. And so sometimes when I give out free stuff, I give them free stuff because they're always so nice to me and they're part of the building.
Yeah.
But that is kind of how this has happened, where now I'll approach to get my drink and I'll see that it's the bigger size and I'll just already know.
Right. And you don't want to ruin you don't want to, what's the phrase? You don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. You don't want to create a nasty moment with someone who believes themselves to be giving you a free thing.
It doesn't even have to be a nasty moment.
No,
if you let me talk as a coffee head,
please.
I forgot we got 2 coffee heads in
here.
Yeah,
baby.
But I feel like it's like, hey, I thank you so much for this upgrade, but I really like the taste of the beans. Like I really like, and it was like the espresso flavor is fine, but I just really like letting the beans talk, and that's why I do just a splash of milk. So, so don't do that anymore, please.
See, I would be intimidated. I guess I would want to. Yeah, that is sort of like, that's the most direct approach. That's like, go in like that.
And it's direct, and it also like gives reasoning that's not like, I don't like it. It's like, oh no, I'm just trying to achieve something. And I think a barista would respect that, where it's like, oh no, I want I want to taste the notes of the X bean, and it could be whatever the daily roast is or that. And the espresso, I feel like I don't get that as much. So that's why I typically lean towards drip and not the latte.
I love a drip though. That honestly, like most of the time I'm going to these places, I'm getting drip over. Like I went to a place this morning and I was like, can I get a, just a large drip? Because I just like the taste of drip sometimes more than espresso, And I usually, honestly, my go-to order is, can I have a black coffee and an espresso? I'll down the espresso, take the drip to go. That's my favorite thing ever.
I mean, like most places, especially out here, when it's like a coffee shop, the drip is like, you really do. There are like flavors to the beans. Like I said, I like a Honduran, I like an Ethiopian, I like a fruity note. Unless I want to do something darker, get something chocolatier. Yeah. Like I really do care about like the flavor of the bean. So this would annoy me too, because I'd be like, yeah, no, this is great, but a latte is like a candy factory. Like it is usually like you're tasting like the milk and the flavors there and like a little bit of coffee. Whereas like drip, you're like, no, I want to taste, the actual flavors of coffee. Is that how you feel? Or you just, I don't want to put words in your mouth,
I mean, I go to work like in person every single day, so I'm really just looking for that coffee flavor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You want the hit, and you don't want the milk to slow you down. I mean, my question is also, is it to the point where you're going in, you're not even saying an order, and they're making it for you?
I mean, yeah, it's like they're waiting for me.
Because you're such a regular that you're not even being like, and today it's just this.
That's actually better, though.
Because at first, it was like they would give me both, and then it became a replacement, and I was like, "Wait,
I think
that's not."
I think that's better then because they just go ahead. It allows you to be like, "Oh, hey, by the way," to specifically this person, and like make that clarity, give that like bean based reasoning, and I think that should solve your problem.
You know what? Actually,
I appreciate it. Using my words is
using your words is helpful. But
I get where you're coming from because this is something someone is doing to be sweet, and there's like an extra level on it, right? Because the art of making they're doing it because they're like, I made this so that you can like it better than what you have, and you don't, and you feel bad about that,
right?
So that's why we added a new one that kind of takes his creation that is bad, we all know, out of the out of the equation and makes it more about what you're trying to get, your needs.
And also to put you in the headspace of the barista here, he's so hopped up on his own supply that he probably has been dialing in the espresso, and he's like, you gotta have the espresso. I'm like, he's like on a fucking tear with this thing, and he's like, when you're in that mindset, like when I was a barista, I've never talked about this on the show, but I was a barista.
Oh, wow.
Spoiler alert, I talk about it all the time. But I remember like being like, okay, the espresso is so perfect. Like it is so superior to drip. And it's just because you're too locked in. Like you're too caffeinated, you're locked in. So I think that what you are going to look for is this sound. When you're in the coffee shop, you walk in, right? Okay, so you walk in. You don't need to say anything. You can just let it ride unless you hear him tamp the fucking, he's ejecting the puck. Once he ejects the puck, you go, actually today, just the black drip. Because you know that if he sees you coming and you see him start damping the piece, getting the old puck out, that's when you need to say something. You go, actually today, oh man, or you can even not even say it to him. You can just go, man, I'm so excited for that black drip. Right?
It's like some really passive aggressive interception here a little bit.
Because you could just be cleaning the puck. Because I think that I think if he's completely right, just be like, you know what, I'm just down for this, and even spinning it positive, just being like, actually I just am really in the mood for this. Not that you don't even like this thing, because God forbid this guy, he gets hurt feelings. He starts giving you decaf. He starts ruining your work experience. This is high stakes, right? Yeah. Your whole life, you might have to change jobs. And I'm sorry, raise the stakes like that.
Yeah.
But I can't do that in this climate right now. I need to keep the job I have.
You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
So I would say tread lightly, because this is the most important decision in your life. But thank you so much for calling.
Truly how I begin my day every day.
That's right. That's exactly great. Thank you so much for calling, and best of luck out there.
Thank you so much. So good to talk to both of you. Congrats on the second child on the way. And it'd be so cool to freaking talk to you. This is so cool.
Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Well,
I'm such a big fan of you both.
Oh, that's great.
Wow, thank you.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, have an amazing night.
Thank you. You guys too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was so sweet at the end.
I know.
Shopping for glasses can be extremely confusing because guess what? Everyone is trying to make you pay an exorbitant price. And it's really hard to find ones that are fashionable and have your prescription at easy access and also can offer you an eye exam in the same facility. But guess who makes it easy and helpful for me to have? Warby Parker. Warby Parker uses nothing but premium materials in each frame. Warby Parker designs every frame in-house, and our collection includes silhouettes, colors, and fits made to suit every face. You already know that I'm wearing the Wayland Wide and Acorn Tortoise, and it makes me feel like a tortoise in that I'm wise, smart, and hot. Warby Parker offers everything you need for happier eyes: eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. You can shop with them online, at home, and in stores. Warby Parker glasses start at just $95 and include prescription lenses with anti-reflective, scratch-resistant coatings. Get started with Warby Parker's virtual try-on. You can try on glasses and sunglasses, seeing the realistic color, texture, and size of each style right from your home. Right now. Head over to warbyparker.com/perfectperson right now to take the home try-on quiz and pick 5 pairs of frames to try on at home for free. That's warbyparker.com/perfectperson, warbyparker.com/perfectperson. Throughout my life, at various points, I have used therapy to either work through problems, talk about things I was going through, or just do like a mental check-in, and I found it to be extremely helpful for all of those reasons. While online tools and resources can be a useful starting point or supplement, human relationships are an irreplaceable part of mental health care. Alma can help you find someone who will work with you on your specific needs and goals and support you in making real progress in improving your mental health. And Alma makes it simple to find a therapist. I find that this can be a very confusing part of the process. You can use the directory to find a therapist that takes your insurance, meets your unique needs with filters like gender, race, therapeutic approach, and more. And at Alma, 97% of therapists accept insurance, including United, Aetna, Cigna, and more. Therapy can be very cost prohibitive, so I find if you have health insurance, this is a really great resource to use it so that you can receive the therapy that you deserve. Alma also offers free 15-minute consultations with different therapists, so you can kind of test drive them. And as someone who has test driven many therapists for a full hour at my own expense, and within 15 minutes, you kind of realize, I don't think this person's going to be for me. The idea that they're offering this for free is a fantastic value, and I highly recommend that everyone at least try it because finding the right person is super, super important. So it's nice that they make it easy for you. 80% of Alma clients with elevated depression or anxiety symptoms see improvement within 6 months of sessions with an Alma therapist. Better with people, better with Alma. Visit helloalma.com/perfect to get started and schedule a free consultation today. That's helloalma.com/perfect. By the way, Ify, you're a daddy, right?
Yeah. I have an 8-year-old.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Just a full-blown kid.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, my son is 2, and then we have another baby on the way.
Yeah, congrats. I was like, okay, we got some baby news.
Yeah, some baby news.
Yeah.
That's
How you
crazy.
feeling? You feeling ready? After 2 years, are you like, okay, I got this?
Well, no, certainly not. No, certainly not. But I think it'll be really fun. Like, it'll be so crazy. I feel like at 2, there's just it's like they've transformed. He's Charmeleon now.
Oh, yeah.
He's no longer Charmander, but he's also got a whole host of like, his brain is exploding. He's learning things. He's running. He's jumping. He's jumping off the couch onto a truck, and he's like, that's his life now. So that part is so exciting, and I'm excited to do the baby step over again. I think it'll honestly maybe make him. He's really excited about the baby.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll be jealous once the baby comes for sure. Like, that's just how kids work. But he is like, oh, baby. Like, he knows the baby's name and whatever. And he's all excited. So I'm psyched. 8, I feel like it's a whole new world. I feel like there's a whole new world probably every, 2 years.
Yeah. I think every 2 years is right. Every 2 years is a whole new world. Like 4 years old was just like, oh, you're like a little you're out of this toddler stage. You're becoming like a little kid. And then 6, you're like, okay, what's this? And then 8, big kid, May, she'll be 9. And it really has started to like glean that like pre-teen-esque like sensibilities where you're like, whoa.
Yeah, that's so exciting. I know. Yeah. The imagination, like pretend games and like bits he's been doing really make me laugh. Like, he's been doing this crazy thing where now when he's going to bed, like if my wife's putting him to bed and I'm going in, I'm going, all right, good night, sweetie. Like, I go and she'll read the last story or whatever. He'll go, I don't know where he started doing this, but he just goes, daddy, soup. And I go, that's very funny. That's right. He goes, soup. He's just like, thinks it's funny to say.
Just hey, getting ready for stand up.
I know, that's his first stand up.
What's the deal with soup?
But I love it. It's crazy.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, we have time for let's do another call here.
Yes.
Hi, Miles. I just got engaged on Friday, and now I have a question about if I tell my best friend of 20 years that she's not going to be in my bridal party. Like, do I tell her? Do I not tell her? Is that awkward? Should she know? I don't know. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay. Have you ever been in a bridal or groomsmen party?
Yes, I've been both of my brother's best men.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has ADHD, and yet they give me the planning role. My brother's bachelor party is actually this weekend, and it's going to be fun. Me having to plan things is just always a lot. It's so much. It takes all of my energy and also just like trying to get everyone there and
logistical headache.
Shut the fuck up right now. Shut the fuck.
Hello,
hey,
you called perfect person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Ify Nwadiwe.
Shut the fuck up. Hi.
Hello, how's it going? What's good?
I've called so many fucking times about this.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, it's sick. Well,
are you still getting married? You said so many times.
Yeah, so many times.
Did you already get married?
That's right. Are we late to the call?
You guys, oh my God, no. So I got engaged on Friday.
Yeah.
But I chose my ring in December, so I've literally been thinking about this since December.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So you got a stressful conversation coming up seemingly.
Before we even jump in it, so you picked the ring out, so you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Right? You would like, what's the deets here?
Yes. I have been with my now fiance for 12 and a half years.
Dang.
So we knew we were going to get engaged soon. I wanted a specific ring. We went shopping.
Sure.
I knew it was coming. So I literally was like, holy fuck, I'm getting engaged soon. Like, I need to have this conversation soon. Like, what do I do?
Oh my gosh. Is your fiance nearby? I need to ask him what took so long.
Yeah. What the hell, buddy?
Yeah.
You know what, guys? He is not here. He is lucky he's not here. But no, we met when we were 16, you know. We were just kids.
Oh, yeah. So
okay,
12
yeah,
years,
yeah,
but you were
yes,
kids. Yeah, right.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I consider it like we were kids all in high school and college.
No,
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
right.
Yeah,
You're not wrong. You're
100%.
right. Yeah.
Well, Ify, can I have a name for this person that's on the phone and then also their friend?
Okay, we'll say Elsa.
Elsa on the phone, and then what about the friend of 20 years?
The friend will be Anna.
Okay, love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elsa, why don't you tell me about your friendship with Anna before you get to the conundrum of Anna not being invited to be in the bridal party?
You guys, I'm freaking out. I'm so fucking excited. Thank you for the easy name. I've always been like, fuck, dude. If I ever get called, they give me a hard name. I'm not going to remember it.
Your name is
okay.
Boingadus. Go on.
I've been friends with this person for 20 years. Literally since we were in elementary school. Literally my whole life, I thought, like, this bitch is going to be my maid of honor. I've always said that. When we were kids, we used to say, like, we're going to be each other's maid of honors and we're going to help each other plan each other's weddings and, like, everything, the whole shebang, right? Like, I've known her for so long. This bitch gets married 2 years ago and she tells me, you know what, actually, we're just going to have, like, no bridal party and it's just going to be family and friends. It's going to be a really, really small thing. I'm like, awesome, great, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then a month later, she goes, hey guys, actually, it's just going to be family. And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever you want, girl. And then I was like, whoa, wait. Like, I low-key had to be like, wait, did I just get uninvited to her wedding? And she, like, never explicitly directly said, like, yeah, like, you're not invited. But she was just like, yeah, so, like, actually, we decided it's just going to be family. And I was like, cool, yeah, well, whatever. And then I literally was like, oh, wait, so it's, I had to, like, reiterate, like, oh, it's just family. And she was like, yeah, just family. I was like, no friends. And she goes, no friends. And I was like, cool. And that was it. That was the way I was informed. Okay. I'm not even like, I'm not the maid of honor. I'm not a bridesmaid. I'm not a guest. I'm not invited at all.
Wow.
And like, I didn't tell.
Okay. Wait, hang on. So if he has a question.
Yeah, right off rip. And at this time, y'all are best friends and y'all have been best friends for this long.
Yeah.
So this is already odd to me because when it's like just family, in my mind, that also includes best friends of that long.
Yes, correct.
So because I would have been even more hurt because I would have been like, I would have turned to the friends like, sorry y'all, but it's just family.
Yeah,
but she definitely specifically meant not you as well.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yes. Like, you guys, this wedding happened in September of 2023, and I was not there.
Well, what is this? That's really odd.
Yeah.
To me, also, just family is like, just family, but it's the bridal party goes.
Yeah.
It's like the bridal party and then just family. Or like, there's 3 people that are friends, like, I totally get all that. Like, we did an quote unquote all family wedding we did 2 weddings. We did one for all friends in LA, one for all family in North Carolina. But there were some friends, like a smattering of friends, people that were local or like really close friends of mine that were there. Yeah.
Gosh, I really like where this is going, and I'm happy to help you with this fully. So, and just sorry for reiterating, but just to really kind of drive it home, y'all were super close at that point when she was telling you this. And,
you guys, I literally until 2023, I would say to my partner, she is going to be my maid of honor. Like, because that's just the idea that I had since I was literally a child. Like, until that day, that moment where I was low key uninvited to her wedding, I felt and thought that, but that day changed everything for me.
Okay, that's so. Do y'all still talk now?
Yes, I mean, it's so crazy because like since that day where I was uninvited, she then goes and invites me to her bachelorette party in Vegas, and she invites me to go wedding dress shopping, and she invites me to these things, and she says like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine doing this without you. Like, I need you. I love you. Like, whatever. Like, I can't imagine experiencing this once in a lifetime thing without you. And the whole time I'm like, what are you talking about? You're going to get married and I'm not going to be there. That's a once in a lifetime thing. And like, oh, well, yeah, I'll go wedding dress shopping with you, but I'm not even going to see you on the day of. So what's the point? Like, it's so crazy.
Yes. Okay. So now everything that just happened does shift things. Now my relationship pod brain has to kick in.
There we go. Here we go.
And I have to ask now, has there been a conversation about why that happened? Why it was family only?
Yeah.
Drop the bomb, Miles. Drop the bomb. Okay, so glad you asked that. Now, I have, ever since that bitch uninvited me to her wedding, I told my partner, I am not going to tell her that this really upsets me, hurts my feelings, like really changes what I feel about her in relation. I'm not going to tell her until after her wedding because I don't want her to get married and feel bad that I'm not there or wonder or curious or anything. Like, I want her to have exactly what she wants on her wedding day. Yes, but I'm not a fucking mute. The day she gets fucking married, I'm positive. The day I get engaged, it's gonna come out because I can't hold this shit in forever.
Yeah.
And so that's where I am now. Like, I'm engaged and like
after the wedding. What happened after the wedding?
What happened after the wedding?
Okay, so she got married and I wasn't there, and like that's it. It's like I haven't said anything yet.
But you didn't bring it up to her?
No, I did not bring it up to her.
Elsa, baby.
Uh-oh, Elsa.
All right. You remember the part where I told you about the relationship pod?
That's right.
We need clear and direct communication. Okay.
Yeah, Elsa.
Because she probably thought that all the extra shit that you were like, I don't care that I'm doing this, I'm not going to be there, was consolation.
100%.
And then y'all are chilling and moving, and you haven't told her that she's hurt.
Yeah. When she's saying like, I couldn't imagine doing this without you, and you're going, you bitch.
Yeah, because I feel like there's like everything you're feeling is valid, and that was very sweet of you to wait till after the wedding.
Very sweet.
But then you didn't say it after the wedding. What happened? Like, were you just like, I'm over it?
I did say like, I bet it'll burst out of my body when I get engaged, because that's just like when the topic of like weddings and engagements will like naturally come out for me.
Yeah.
And so it's like now I'm at that point in my life, and it's like I'm like, you know, I'm ready to like really tell her about it, because it's like, I don't know, before I got engaged, it just was like she was a newlywed and she was happy, and it was just like it didn't really naturally come up. Now that it's like we're talking about my wedding and my marriage and blah, 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 it's like it can naturally come up, and like I'm ready to like drop the bomb now.
Okay, Elsa, just for 2 seconds, have you considered that there was a world in which if you brought it up after her wedding, you could have gotten maybe a reason or like gotten some kind of closure or clarity that would have then been like, okay, I get that. That makes sense.
100%.
I will still help you be petty, but I am going to say I am doing it a little under duress.
Yes,
because I promised it. But I will say, Elsa, that you did not communicate directly.
Yep.
And I think it's because you were so ready.
Yeah, you were so ready to drop the bomb. You were waiting.
You're ready. You're like, all right, I got her ass. I got her ass going.
She's stepping into my fucking trap.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Elsa, I feel like there just wasn't a time.
Pot of greed.
It's just like I wasn't ready. Like it didn't come up. Like it just wasn't. There wasn't like a time for me to like naturally bring it.
Elsa. I hate to call you. I hate to call you out here, but she got married September 2023, and you're like, it never came up.
No. Well, no. Like I don't really see her very often too, and like we don't talk on the phone.
Oh,
so it's like
okay, you live in different places.
Yeah, we live like hours away from each other, and like we see each other maybe like 3 times a year.
Okay.
At most.
All right,
so doing that math, that means you've seen each other about 6 times.
There we go. Here we go.
And
since her wedding, I've seen her like 3 times. I guess.
Okay. I have another clarifying question that may shed some light on this.
Okay.
So, what is this person's socioeconomic status? Does this person make a good amount of money? Because to me, I'm doing all family for the wedding is like an easy way to be like, fuck, we can't afford a big wedding, but we'll do all family. That cuts the guest list more than in half. We'll pay for a dinner for everybody. Then we're all good.
I mean, yeah, that still is weird that Elsa wasn't. But
no, it is weird. But I'm like, and that was a fumble on Anna's part.
Yes.
But I do think that might be maybe in her
points.
Maybe in her mind she was like, I'll cut the guests in half, and like, oh well, if I'm gonna have Elsa there, then I have to have these 5 people there, and you know what? It's easier to just do nothing. We'll just be my parents and whatever. And that was a fumble, but it would make logistical sense in my mind.
Yes.
So does she make a lot of money, or what's up?
She makes decent money. We live in California. She makes decent money. Her man is jobless. However, her parents paid for a lot of this wedding, and her husband's family also contributed to this wedding. She didn't have to pay for very much of this wedding.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's interesting that her. Okay, so now if you hear me out here, Elsa, I know you called so we could talk shit and we could destroy this woman, but I
no, I love her. I'm just like she's not allowed in my wedding.
No, I get. And here's the thing that I think is going to change everything. You're going to need to, well, let me finish the money thing. So weddings are so fucking expensive.
And then they put the tax on it when they know you're doing it for a wedding.
Exactly.
Right?
Correct. And it's just unbelievably expensive. Like we had 2 backyard weddings and it was still fucking unreasonably expensive. We didn't rent a venue. We were like, to save money, let's get married in these backyards, but we had to rent all the shit. It was like, it's a dinner for fucking 100 people, right? So expensive. So my point is that may have been a significant factor. Even if both families contributed money, it might not have been enough. And you have no idea how much money they contributed.
Yeah.
You know, I have a big family too. Like
I do.
You know, so.
Actually.
Oh, you do know how much money? How expensive was the wedding?
Oh, well, it was only 23 people, including the bride and groom.
Pretty small.
And my best friend, she only needed to contribute like less than $10,000.
Okay, but do you know how much the family paid on their
Oh,
end?
yeah, like they paid like $20,000.
Oh, okay.
If they got married in
right.
Montana.
Oh.
There's a couple of factors there. I mean, there's a little bit of money there, is the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that what you need to do, because this is one of those things where it's like, I mean, if he's 100% right, it's all about that communication. And I think you're ready to annihilate this person because you feel hurt. No, this is therapy. And by the way, I always say I'm better than a therapist because I can do a lot of shit, not just therapy. But, but I think that like what you need to do is sit down with her and say, hey, we need to have a talk. I was really hurt. And like, because she's going to be excited for you that you're getting married and whatever. And she's like, well, we just did the family thing. You need to tell her that one, you know, you were really hurt that you weren't at her wedding and that felt like a slight. It felt really hurtful. You didn't really understand why. This is something you guys always talked about. And I think you also need to tell her what it sounds like to me. And, you know, if you let me know too, but I think it sounds like you want her in your wedding, but you are saying you don't want her in her wedding because she hurt your feelings really bad. Am I wrong about that?
No, I don't know if I want her at my wedding anymore because I feel like she made it clear what her priorities are. Like, I don't think that she gave me a lot of the fact that she wasn't clear and open with me about her reasoning and didn't understand that might hurt my feelings. I feel like shows that she doesn't really prioritize her friendships very much.
Yeah.
And in which I don't need that in my bridal party. Like, I want the people there that want to be there. And if it's not really reciprocated, then that's fine.
Okay, well.
Like, she doesn't need to be in my wedding.
Okay, Elsa, does it show us that or does it feel that way?
Here we go.
You know, that's.
Because I think what you're a little bit saying is, you know, do you watch The Bachelor, Elsa?
I know of The Bachelor. I don't really watch it.
Do you know how sometimes toxic people on The Bachelor say, you're not here for the right reasons?
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit like you're saying, Anna wasn't here for the right reasons because she did this specifically to hurt you. And I understand that it is hurtful. It is hurtful. By the way, I would have my feelings hurt by this too. 100%.
Yeah, I would be on the same path as you right now.
You know, on the same war path. But I may need someone to, like, you need to sit down with her and explain this to her and say, hey, look, this really hurt my feelings. And I thought we were going to be in each other's wedding parties. And up until then, I thought you'd be in my wedding party. But now I don't know. I don't know what to feel because you didn't consider my feelings.
And don't worry, Elsa. We're going to break down all the things that, you know, the relationship pod iffy is path you think you could, and then petty iffy is going to come in and tell you the path you can take if you want to fully go all in.
Oh, you can go all in because yeah, exactly.
Because
right.
You know there's a lot, because really it's what's coming down is like you're just trying to give Anna what you felt that Anna gave you, and real like you
revenge,
like, not even revenge. It's just like for me, it feels like the equity, right? Where it's like, hey, okay, so for that. What I would say, this is petty iffy talking. This isn't emotional. This isn't relationship podcast iffy. This is petty iffy. If there's that's the sound. Because if that's the case, then what you want to do is be like, hey, how's it going? I'm super excited for the wedding. I'm excited to go dress shopping with you. I'm excited to do this, but I have to say, I don't think I'm going to have you at my wedding because you didn't have me at yours. And I just feel like, that's I think the fair thing to do, because we are friends, is to do the things that, I did with you for my wedding. But also not have you at my wedding. Yeah. And if that's the route you're taking, I feel like that's the clearest way to be like, hey, we're doing what we did with you. Yeah. And I'm just giving you back what you gave me.
Oh, wait, sorry. I just want to be clear. She's invited. I'm just talking about not in my bridal party.
God, I feel like that would sting more.
You gotta
sit down.
Honestly, for her to be like, you gotta watch other women in your bridal party that aren't as good friends with her.
I think that would.
You're gonna sit your ass in the back of the fucking place.
You're sitting with Beavis from our high school.
Yeah, my weird ass cousin.
Yeah, weird cousin. You're eating with them.
You're sitting at the fucking freak table.
So funny. Well, I feel like if that's the case, that also, being invited but not in the wedding. Somehow, like, I know what I just said was devastating. Somehow this feels.
Yeah, I think you still need to have a conversation with her about this, by the way. And I think that she will get the picture. She will be plenty hurt without you even having to say anything. If I was like, this all happened to me, and then it's just like, oh, what do you mean? You're not in the bridal party.
Yeah.
You're sitting with Beavis.
You're sitting with Beavis from 8th grade. You remember Beavis? He ate crayons.
In 8th grade.
Yeah.
Way too late. Way too late to be eating
crayons.
But how's this resonating with you, Elsa? Because I think we got a lot of irons in the fire here.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like the people that I would have in my bridal party, like, I'm closer with.
Yes.
She's like my childhood best friend that I've had a really long.
Oh man, well, in that case, you're hitting on something that me and Em talk about a lot, right? Where there's a lot of feelings to uphold and have. These people who were childhood besties at the same level of our current like best friends. I mean, all that being said, I think. All that being said, you should have that convo. You should be upfront. You should say those things. But I think it's totally natural if y'all aren't. Your bridal shower is about to be people you're closer with than this person. This person just happens to be your childhood best friend. That's totally fine too. I get that, and I think that makes sense even without all of the things that we're considering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only like problem that I'm having right now is just like she's like one of my best friends, and like I love her so much, but like I think I'm her like number one best friend. So I always wanted to like reciprocate that action with her. And so now that like I wasn't invited to her wedding, like I don't feel as obligated to have her in mine, but I think she still expects it. So I just didn't know how to like say it to her.
So I think here's what you say. Well, you need to go for a run before this conversation. You need to burn off some steam. you need to burn off some energy because you're fired up about this. And I get it. I would be too. But you want to go in like softly and empathetically because that's going to yield a better result. Whether the result is that you're like, telling her that she's absolutely not in your bridal party and it really hurt your feelings. Whatever that conversation looks like, you need to like blow off some steam first. And I think that in the conversation, the most clear thing you can say to her is like, look, this really hurt my feelings. I really want you at my wedding. I think it's important you're there. We grew up together, all this stuff. I don't feel, we're not quite as close anymore. And this was like a big blow to me. And it's important that you're there, but I just can't have you in my, bridal party.
Yeah. I'm almost on the stage here of potentially just having a conversation, be like, you're invited to the wedding and like not really mentioning it.
You know what? As I said it, I also felt that
because I almost feel like
I've been contemplating like exactly what you guys are saying. I'm like, which do I do?
Yeah. Here's the thing. And I'll tell you my reasoning for this, because it sounds like everything you're saying, like this is someone who's a childhood bestie, but like you're not that close with now, even if they might see you closer. But there is a world in which they kind of understand that. And, there is, we should go into all conversations without any expectations, but there's a world where you can be like, hey, I'm excited for you to be at my wedding. I've already picked out my bridal shower or something like that. And she's like, okay. like in which case you're like, all right, great. Then I was right and you knew where I was.
Yeah.
Versus like saying all this.
And she's not expecting
And, yeah. And she's like, well, I wasn't expecting it anyway, but
I don't want to be it.
I don't want to be
And it makes you feel even worse.
Then you're like, why don't you want to be?
You're not invited to the wedding. Yeah, I think that actually, even as I said that, I was like, why is she saying this? This is too much.
Yeah.
I think that the move is just to be like, yeah, I'm super excited about the wedding, whatever. You don't need to say anything about the bridal party. And it's also maybe it's just a friendship that's growing apart, and that's fine. And by the way,
that is also true.
At a wedding, like I had amazing good times with my groomsmen and the bridesmaids and whatever, but also like people that were just guests at the wedding, I had a crazy good time with too. Like, if you're thinking about sometimes, I always think of weddings as like checkpoints, and at the checkpoint, like a lot of these people, you're going to like move on and to grow your friendships with and to go into the rest of your life. If you are close with this person, you still want to maintain them in your life. I think it's important she's there. She does not need to be in the bridal party. Like bridal parties are also like pretty small, pretty limited, and you don't live in the same place even. I think it's totally reasonable to not have her. But I think that it's on the train. Now I'm on the train of don't bring it up unless she's like, so is there a group text with the rest of the...
And you're like,
And
I think it's like fear. I'm so scared she expects to be in my bridal party. I think that's just like what it is. Exactly what you guys thought is what I've been contemplating for months. Is like, do I say this or do we say that?
I think that you should, you know what? I also think you should hang out with her and this conversation will naturally come up.
yes.
Like, it feels like you have stuff to say to her about the wedding. And I think that if you guys are hanging out,
Yeah.
this will naturally, she'll be like, congratulations so much. Like, oh, it's so exciting. And she's like, when I got married, whatever. And you're like, uh-huh. And she's like, wait, what's wrong? And you're like, nothing. And then she's like, well, what do you mean? And you're like, hang on, let me just order. I'll have an almond milk latte.
Yeah. As much almond milk as possible. If I
possible.
could taste a little bit of the espresso.
Yeah, that'd be good. And then your guys end up having it out. I think
Yeah.
you just need to spend time with this person a little bit if you want to like get to the bottom of this. But I think that it's worth getting to the bottom of specifically just so you don't have to waste time thinking about it anymore.
Yes.
How does that feel?
Sounds good, guys. Sounds good.
Elsa, get into it. Go have a brunch with your old friend and hash it out. You have no obligation to have her in your bridal party, but I do think you should talk it out.
Yeah. And if it feels like, nothing's coming out, just order more mimosas eventually.
Yeah, it'll come
out.
Also, only, you should finish your business only because if you die now, you'll have unfinished business and you'll become a ghost and you don't want that.
Yeah.
So bad. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Elsa, and I hope you have an amazing day. Would love an update if you have an update for this later.
Please update us.
I will definitely call you with an update. I was at your San Francisco show. Big fan. So thanks for calling back.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my God, that show was so fun. I liked that theater a lot. Well, have a great one and enjoy the weather in sunny San Francisco.
Yeah. Should have came down actually live.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Just leave her.
She's like, what?
Bye.
Oh, man. Well, Ify, we have one final segment, and it's a segment we like to call Get Real.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a segment where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves.
Okay.
And we find ourselves here at the end of the show. You've given amazing advice as we've gone on. Now, Ify, you're the host of Actually.
Yes, I am.
You're into nerdy stuff, dorky stuff.
Yes, sir.
What does being into that stuff, and when I say that stuff, video games, comic books, more niche interests, Warhammer, what does that bring out in your own personality that you enjoy? Like, what facet of those hobbies and interests does that strengthen in yourself and give you that feeling? And I say that because sometimes when I'm like reading a really great manga on my iPad or I'm playing a good video game, I get this like exhilarated feeling. And I'm wondering what that is for you. What's like the thing that you're like, man, I really like myself when I'm doing this?
Oh, yeah. I feel like it brings out that sense of joy, allowing that inner child to kind of come out, which is very important in our field of work. When I was doing 20-Sided Tavern and I was like, oh, we're just playing. I'm putting on costumes and doing make-believe. And the more you kind of allow yourself to tap into that feeling of play, the more genuine you can be because you're letting loose and you're tapping into those instincts instead of being focused on how good things are going and whether or not, it's worth doing? Does it make enough money? Does it make shareholders happy? It's like, no, we're just having fun, creating art. And when you do that, your audience can see that and tap into that. And then hopefully it taps into that same part of themselves and allows them to experience joy and their inner child.
I love that. And I feel the same way. I think it's like, not impressed, not making the shareholders more money or whatever. To me, that resonates only because I like D&D home games. Like I have a group of close friends that I even played D&D with them for a while, but during the pandemic and even before, we were in like a game locked in, and we do almost every week, and we were in this game, and there were moments during that campaign where I would be like, this is a fucking movie. And it's for us only. Yes. Like there was one moment where my friend Micah, he was moving out of town. And during the game, him and the dungeon master had worked it out so that we knew he was moving, but we thought he'd zoom in and be on the campaign. But his character left the campaign during a session. And it was like, the character was in this town and he was like, maybe I'll stay here. And he gave this speech basically about the importance of like moving on. And it was so fucking moving and beautiful. And this like our friend was moving away and like our relationship with him would change because he's away. But it was such a sweet moment. And I was like, this can only exist because it's for us. Yeah. And the idea that we're not recording this and putting it out or trying to impress other people, it's truly just here. And I was like, that was the prime example of why I love that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel the same thing with video games. I just like, I'll get wrapped into a video game and I'm just like, fuck. Like, it just feels so good to participate in it.
Yeah, especially when you get invested in the characters and their success becomes your success.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, Ify, that's the show. Thank you so much for being here. What are you working on? Where can people find you if they want more Ify?
Yeah, you can find me at Ify Nwadiwe on Instagram, Twitter, ifycomedy.com on Blue Sky. And that's where you'll know where my next shows will be. I'm be getting back out there. I think we already got some more in the works. In the Midwest area. So stay tuned. I'm going to be at MagicCon, Chicago, MagicCon Vegas, and probably the later MagicCon that's coming. And lots of appearances. You'll know where to find me if you're following me on the social medias.
Hell yeah. Check out Ify on social media everywhere. And if you have a problem that you're not quite sure how to solve, just remember no matter who you are or where you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.